With the arrival of the High Negotiations Committee at the UN, it seemed at long last that a breakthrough had occurred.
We had a 1 and 2 hours meeting with the HNC. As far as we are concerned, their arrival to the Palais des Nations and initiating the discussions with us is the official beginning of the Geneva talks.
But just moments earlier, the spokesperson for the Saudi-backed opposition group sounded far less certain that any kind of substantive talks were imminent.
We came here to discuss with the special envoy resolution 2254, lifting the siege and stopping the crimes that done by Russian airstrikes in Syria. And I believe we received very positive messages from the special envoy.
Syrian opposition groups have been threatening to walk out of the Geneva talks unless the government stops airstrikes. With Russia's help, the al-Assad regime has made significant gains on the ground in recent weeks.
Today, with the implication of Russia on the ground, the balance forces is in favor of the regime. We are trying to convince our friends that they must help us to change the situation.
As pressure mounted on the Syrian opposition to start these proximity talks in earnest, more members of the HNC arrived.
We came here with a clear message from the Syrian people to tell the world the reality on the ground in our country. The continuous shelling, the daily bombardment, the siege and the blockade that our people face, the starvation and the deteriorating humanitarian conditions.
With both sides of the Syrian conflict now at the UN, the shuttle diplomacy will finally begin with focus on getting humanitarian aid into besieged areas and a possible prisoner release. After days of difficulties, now comes the hardest part, trying to build on the small amount of momentum achieved in the last several hours. The UN may be cautiously optimistic, but when it comes to Syrian negotiators here, both for the regime and the opposition, mutual distrust has yet to subside. Mohammed Jamjoom, Al Jazeera, Geneva.